For the audio cassette mechanism shown in the figure, given below, where is the instantaneous center of the rotation point of the two spools? Okay, we need to find out the instantaneous center of the spool, A and B. And it is also given like the bigger spool is 20 radius and the smaller spool is 10 radius. Okay, this is the how much 20 radius, and then this is the radius is 10 radius. Okay, this is a cassette mechanism. Here in this one, this is a fixed one. The frame is fixed one. This is the one. This is the link one, and this is the link one. So these are two spools. Here the cassette consists of the fixed frame and then the spool. Spool is nothing but the circular disc. Okay, and then here another circular disc. What happened when and it is connected with a tape here. Okay, this is not a flexible link. This is a rigid link, as like the belt in the belt drive. Okay, it is not a flexible. Don't think that it is. It is a rigid. Why? Because it is enough for this application. The strength in this is enough for this application. So that is why it is a resistant body. So what are the different links here? This is the link 1 fixed frame, and this disc is rotating here. So this is the link 2, and this tape is a link 3. Okay, and then here one more spool. This is a link 4. So what we need to find out? I24 we need to find out instantaneous of I24 for the spool 2 and then spool 4. That is a wheel 2, 4 and 4. Okay. So here, what else is given here in this? Nothing is given. So for example, we assume that this is going in this direction. Otherwise in the opposite direction, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. So if it is going in this direction, then what is happening? It is rotating in this direction. Okay, this is also rotating in this direction. That means both are rotating in the same direction. Let's assume that it is omega 2 and then this is omega 4. Okay, so how omega 2 and omega 4 are related? See here it is a bigger one. Okay, for example, if I take any point here, otherwise if I take the point here, the velocity of this point and then the velocity of the point at G, that means velocity at the point B should equal to the velocity of the point G, the linear velocity here, tangential velocity. Here in velocity of the B is nothing but velocity of this tape. Okay, velocity of the point at G of the tape. Then only what happen, there won't be any extra accumulation. If B is more, that means more tape is coming and then it will accumulate. Otherwise, if G is more, then it will slide it. Okay. So when velocity of B equal to velocity of G, then omega 2 into 20R equal to omega 4 into 10R. That means here omega 4 equal to 2 omega 2. Okay, that means this is rotating more quick than the omega 2. That is the relation we found out here. And here these are guiding wheels. These are just guiding wheels. Okay, so this is the one relation, and after that we need to find out I24. First of all, we need to identify the instantaneous center. How many instantaneous centers are there? There are how many links here? 4 links, so that 6 instantaneous center. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How to write instantaneous center? For 1 you take every combination on the right of this 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, and for the 2 every combination on the right of this 2, 3, 2, 4. For the 3 every combination on the right of this 3, 4. Okay, so here identify 1, 2, 1 between 1 and 2 is 1, 2 because it's a revolute joint. Between 1 and 4 is a 1, 4. Okay, and then what else is there? 2, 3. Okay, 2, 3 is a pulley and a belt. With the pulley and belt, where exactly it is happening? Wherever it is leaving this, it is a line contact. There it is happening. So I23. In the same way here, this is the what is that? This is the 3 and this is the 4. 3, 4. I 3, 4. So how many instantaneous center came? Already 4 are came. So what we need to find out? 2, 4 and 1, 3 are extra. So we need to find out the 2, 4. So to find out the 2, 4, what is the combination to find out the 2, 4? Okay, for the 2, 4, the combination links are 2, 4, 1 and then 2, 4, 3. So here it is a 1, 2, 1, 4, 2, 4 for the instantaneous centers. Okay, and here instantaneous centers are, what are those? 2, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so see, if I take the first set 1, 2 is here and then 1, 4 is here, so that 2, 4 should be on this line according to the Kennedy's theorem. Why? Because whenever you take the 3 bodies which are having the 3 what is that, velocity, motion, relative motion, then their instantaneous centers should lie on the same line. For example, if I take the triangle which is joined with the revolute joints like this, so where exactly the revolute joints for this? Instantaneous center for this? There are no instantaneous center for this. Why? Because is there any motion possible for these links with respect to other? Nothing is possible. That is why the relative motion condition is important here. Okay, in the same way, if I take this 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 2, 4 should be on the same line. So we decided that everything should be on the same line. Okay, so at which point it should be there, the same line? Okay, at which point it should be there, we don't know at which point. So I will assume some point either on the left side or the right side I can assume, or in between also I can assume. So that a point I will assume something like P. Why? Because in the options the point P, it is mentioned as the point P. So this is the I24. Okay, so what is it is related to the 2 and then 4. Okay, that means it is related to the link 2 and then link 4. So whenever you are writing the instantaneous center for the link 2 and link 4, then the relative motion at this point is 0. That means they both have the same linear velocity at this point. Okay, let's assume that it is here at this point. Okay, then if I extend the link 2 in such a way that it is having the P also, then the velocity of the link 2 at the point P when it is rotating about the link 1 is how much? Velocity of the P with respect to the link 2 is how much? Omega 2 into distance of AB. Okay, in the same way, velocity of the P with respect to link 4 equal to omega 4 with respect to HP. Okay, either it could be on the right hand side or left hand side, both should be equal. So omega 2 AP equal to omega 4 HP. Okay, if I keep if I substitute this relation, okay, if I keep omega 4 equal to 2 omega 2, then it will become AP equal to how much? 2 into HP. This is the condition. Whether you keep P here or P here, this is the condition we will get. Then we need to decide, even if you keep P here also, the same condition you will get. Okay, so this is the condition you got. Now we need to decide whether it should be on the right side of these two spool or left side of these two spool. Okay, why? Because here AP, distance from A to P should equal to 2 times of distance from H to P. Okay, so that means if you mind, this is nearer to this. Okay, otherwise, for example, if I assume the P point here, then the distance from the A to P should equal to the 2 times HP. Already H to A itself is very high and H to P is much more high. In that case, the 2 is not required there. Okay, it should be less than the 1. Understood what I am trying to say? The distance from the A to P is higher. What is the meaning of that? The distance from the A to P is higher than the distance from the H to P. That means P is nearer to the H. That is one condition. And that means P is nearer to the H. That is what we concluded. So either it could be here or it could be here. inside also. What happens if it is inside? When it is inside, what is happening? You know, if how it is rotating, this is rotating like this. Okay, the velocity of the, if it is inside, what is happening? The velocity Vp with respect to link 2 is going upward. Okay, why? Because it is rotating anti-clockwise direction. And then the velocity of the point P, because of the link 4, because it is rotating like this, okay, that is in the downward direction. Vp, sorry, it is a Vp4. So what is happening? The absolute velocity is not becoming 0. Why? Because both are going in the different directions. Understood? So it cannot be inside. That means it is always outside, and that is nearer to the edge. So it is a right side of the, you know, both A and H. Okay, that is what we need to find out. This is very simple one, but I don't know, many people exaggerate this problem. This is very simple one. So here, what are the options? Point A lies to the left of both the slopes. That is wrong. Left, right. Option B is point B lies in between. That is also wrong. Why? Because of this. And point C, option C, point P lies to the right of both the spools on the line joining A and H, and AH equal to HP. Okay, AH equal to HP. They are saying AH equal to HP. See here, condition, what is the condition? AP equal to 2 HP. 2 HP, they are saying AP equal to 2 HP. That means here AP equal to HP plus HP. Okay, AP is nothing but AH plus HP. AH plus HP equal to HP plus HP. Okay, then what is happening? AH equal to HP. That is what is happening here. Okay, so option is C here. Okay, that is how we need to do this. And why can't we? It is in between, because you know the velocity is velocity at the instantaneous center, you know, should be equal for both. See, this is if you look at this, this is you know, similar to our what is that, pulley and belt. I will explain that also quickly here further. Okay, this is interesting case. So here what is happening? For example, here there is a one pulley like this, and then another pulley, and if belt is a open belt. Okay, this is connected here, and then this is connected here. When both are connected at the geometric center, these two are connected at the geometric center, then where is the instantaneous center between the belt and these? This is at this point. If it is not, then the instantaneous center cannot be, you know, identified. It is a normal to that on the line at any point infinity. Okay, and how this is the open belt. First case is open belt like this. Okay, open belt. Let's assume that a belt is going like this. Okay, we don't mind whether the belt is going like that or not. Here, this is the, you know, I will identify one, this is the link 2, this is the link 3, this is the link 4. Okay, and then instantaneous centers here. So instantaneous center I1 to I14, and then here and here, two instantaneous centers here, I2 3, and then here also I2 3. Why? Because there are two contacts here. Okay, if it is not at the geometric center here, then what happens here? It will be infinity position, and here it is a I34, and then here also I34. Okay, so here in this case, when this is rotating like this, then what is happening? This is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, and this is also rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. So it is same like this. Okay, so I will take, you know, this is a 2R, and then this is the R, same as this. Then what is happening? Omega 4 will become 2 into omega 2, the same condition from the previous one. Okay, that is why I am not explaining further. Same condition I got here. And whenever these two pulleys are rotating in the same direction, okay, omega 2 and then omega 4 same direction, then what happened, you know, the I24 for the pulley 2 and then pulley 4, I24 always outside. Why here? Because if it is inside, then velocities are magnitude may be equal, but its direction is not in the same direction. Okay, that is the point we got here. And how to find out the I24 in this case? I24, so I24 is between the you know 2, 4, 1 and then 2, 4, 3. So what are the different I centers for this? 1, 2 and then 1, 4. This is a 1, 2 and this is a 1, 4. So I will extend this line like this. Okay, and then what are the I centers for this? So 2, 4 should be on this line. Understood? 2, 4 should be on this line. And then here, where is the 2, 3 and 3, 4? This is a 2, 3 and this is a 3, 4. Okay, so 2, 4 should be on this line. So if I extend this like this, then what happen? Wherever it touches this line, that is the instantaneous center. Otherwise, even if I extend from this end also, it will go and touch this. So here in this case, this is I24. This is the instantaneous center. It is very easy to find out in this scenario. And you can find out its length also. How will you find out? By using this. Wherever the instantaneous center P is there, at this point, what happened? The velocity of the link 2 and then the velocity of the link 4 at that point should be equal. So how you will find? You assume that it is extended up to this and this is also extended, the link 4 up to this, so that both are having the point P, and when they are rotating like this, omega into the distance. Okay, so that is how we need to find out, and the same relation you will produce here also. So instead of closed belt drive, I will take the this is open. I will take the closed belt drive. Okay, many times I am using different words for something, but I hope you will understand. So this is the bigger one and then this is the smaller one. Let's assume this is the line. Okay, and here when it is closed, then what happened? This is how it is belt is going. This is how the belt is going. Okay, this is the worst belt. This should go like this. Okay, this is how it is going. So actually these two meet at this center like this. Okay, on this line. So this is how it is going, belt. So here in this case, this is the 1, this is the 1, and then pulley is 2, this is the 3, and then this is the 4, pulley 4. And how to identify the instantaneous center? For example, if this is rotating, going like this belt, then it will rotate like this, and then it is going, and then it is rotate like this. Then what is happening? Omega 2 is rotating in the anti-clockwise, this is the clockwise. So what is happening? Omega 2, where is omega 2? This is omega 2. Omega 2 in the anti-clockwise direction, and then omega 4 is the clockwise direction. Both are in the different direction. Whenever the two pulleys are in the different direction, then if I find out the I24, the instantaneous center for the 2 and 4, okay, I24, it should lie inside. It is lying inside. Okay, so if both are in the same direction, outside, both are in the different direction, then it should be in the inside. So how will you find out this? This is the I12, I14, and where is the 2, 3? This is a 2, 3. I23, and then this is also I23, and then this is I3, this is a 3 and this is a 4. So this is a 3, 4, and then this is also 3, 4, I34. Okay, so I24 is a combination of this. If I take a 1, 2, 4, that means this is a 1, 2, and then this is 1, 4, so it should be on this line. Okay, and then if I take the 2 4 3, 2 3 is here and then 3 4 is here on the same side, same belt. So if I join this, then wherever it is touching, that is the instantaneous center. So this will become a I24, the point P. So this is inside this time. Okay, so whenever it is inside, what happened, the velocity, if you try to find out velocity, so the velocity should be in this direction. So this will become Vp2 equal to Vp4. Okay, if you take the 4, for the 4 also, for example, see, if you try to find out velocity here, same direction. If you try to velocity for the link 2 by extending the link 2 up to the P, that is also same direction, right? Why? Because omega is anti-clockwise, here it is a clockwise. Understood? So that is the way we need to find out instantaneous ventral for the different cases. Okay, if you understand that, then this is a very easy. Okay.